Wow.
It's the bomb, Biggie.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's pretty strong. What up, though?
Man, just cooling, man. Just another day, man. Just vibing out. Just trying to catch my second breath like you are.
For real. It's pretty good. I'm not going to lie. That's a good one.
Gotta get a little puff up in this mug.
Facts. So, what's been good?
Honestly, man, I've just been reading up on a lot of things. The music's been kind of cool lately, man. Been listening.
Music's been pretty fire.
Yeah, man. And you know, we got into it last time, but realistically, man, the drama's been even better. So I've been kind of reading up on some things, man. I see that Drake has definitely been on a TYB tour. You know what I mean? Certified CBL.
Okay. I feel you. Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah. He's been on a CBL, but TYB. If you know what that means.
Tampering charges.
Yeah. Tampering charges with other men's wives.
OPP.
Yeah, so I'll explain what went down, man. Drake basically was defending Ja Morant's pops because Ja Morant's pops is basically...
Why was he defending Ja Morant's pops?
Because there was a post on, I want to say it was Overtime Sports or I can't quote it, but I want to say it was Overtime Sports or Hoops Highlights, one of those like basketball-y, media outlets, right?
Delicious, yes.
And basically what they was saying is that Ja Morant's pops is acting a lot like LeVar Ball and acting like real annoying, right? So,
I mean, T been on road. He been outside.
Yeah, it looked like he's had a lot of deli on in that right hand in his cup or his left hand. He when he looked like the cool.
He like to hydrate.
He looked like
he really
a lot of adult beverages. He's like the drunk uncle at the party, but it's cool though. He reminds me of like he'd be like the Memphis version of Nori. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
Like
I feel you.
Like just like I never talked to the guy, but that's just the energy, So. Yeah, so that's going on. He's kind of like the second star of the show. Obviously, Ja's the star, and people are having their opinions about that. I mean,
Ja's hot right now. T's kind of hot right now too. Pause.
Fish grease. You know what I mean? But Drake, basically defended T, which is Ja Morant's father. He basically defended him, basically saying, "Yo, what if you had a son that made the league and you could be that proud of him and he just won like most improved player, his
beat
team,
Steph.
beat Steph, and Steph is the gold standard of like guards right now and like changed the whole league." So yeah, I honestly understand exactly where Drake defended him, and it wasn't bad. He never like overly did it. He just said, "Hey, just put yourself."
He was a little saucy when he had that bet with Cat's pops. He was super sauced up. I'm not gonna lie.
But that's all in good fun. I'm
not saying it's bad. But the haters.
Yeah, but that's like, honestly, I've been around a lot of the AAU circuits and things like that, so I'll keep it real, man. Like, they're like that. So, Ja Morant,
stage parents. Yeah, they all like stage parents. So
exactly. So all of them, they're a dime a dozen everywhere. This is just probably the first time the NBA is like really seeing fathers like in their players, in their sons' lives, maybe, and shocking. I don't know, but. I like the defense that Drake came with, but you got a troll that came in on left field, and the troll was just like, "Yeah, I bet you your son plays with ghostwriters," and it was like, "Damn."
He's a hater. That's a hater. That's funny.
It's kind of funny, but it was a hater though. It was definitely a hater move. You know what I'm saying? So I just looked at it like as nothing. When I really thought about it, I was just like, man, I don't think Drake probably should have responded, but the petty guy, Champagne Poppy, he responded. And
very light skin is what I hear too. He responded like a very light skinned individual.
He said, "I'll be in your wife's DMs tonight." And
stop playing.
And he was there. He was all in the DMs, pulling up, put his car in the parking lot and honked the horn outside of the DMs and basically said, he put like, something real quick, "Hey Ma, how you doing?" Da 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 da, and followed her and everything.
He left his car in the driveway.
And on top of that, yeah, here's the thing though. Here's what I'm wondering, right? With Drake doing that, right? I'm not sure if his wife showed his, her husband or not. But I am wondering that, like,
Boy.
But he did ended up seeing the post and like put laughing emojis, like, look at him trying to holler at my wife, things like that. But honestly, that's a losing battle. Battling versus Drake. I
lose that battle right now.
Fold.
I'm not even trying to.
That man has a straight flush. Dog.
Yeah, he'll end up eating ice cream with your girl, talking about her feelings and stuff.
You know what I mean?
I'm not even.
I don't want him to put me in a rap. Don't call me
not
ludicrous.
Even exactly.
Don't call me ludicrous, man.
I don't want no slight disses or nothing pointed towards me.
Catch like random strays in a hit.
Straight shots, boy. He's the king.
Yeah, man.
He's the king of straight shots, man.
And then yeah, man. So that's definitely been Drake's week, but Drake's actually been winning a little bit more too. Like he signed like one of those like. I'm not saying it's a lifetime deal or anything like that, but he
got one of those mega deals.
He's got one of those big mega deals to re-sign with UMG, and they dropped a whole mess of money on him. They said it was LeBron size. We don't know the numbers, but that's what's been reported, and it's been crazy. Like
LeBron Nike.
Yeah, LeBron Nike lifetime type kind of deal. I'm not sure if and it's alleged.
Yeah, he's keeping the walls up.
Yeah, it's alleged, but I think honestly, with a guy like Drake, I think what they said is they brought in last quarter like 2.2 billion. Just roughly, right? So
just Drake alone.
No, just overall in UMG. So, but Drake, if you think about it, he's probably like 50-60% of just that revenue coming in. I mean, honestly, right?
Yeah.
Just if you put in the whole catalog, that's UMG.
Yeah.
Because he was signed with Cash Money.
There's only a couple of people. Only a couple of people that really make money for these guys, man. It's Drake, it's Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Adele, Justin Bieber. Yeah,
big money drivers.
That's about it.
And even Bieber had to do a few little tricks kind of recently just because he was kind of out of the scene a little bit.
And Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah, but Chris Brown he's the only one that I think could drop like 40 songs and it's just okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was getting out of a deal with that one.
Oh, yeah. Definitely, man. And then, have you actually heard about this whole Dave Chappelle thing?
Yeah, I just saw the video.
Yeah, me too, man. That's crazy. It's crazy how we actually were talking about.
Homeboy ran up on stage on him with a fake gun. That's wild.
And it had like a knife sticking out, though.
Yeah, it was fake. It was like a replica.
But the knife too?
I believe so. Did you see what happened to him? Did you see how his arm was the other way?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
His arm looked like they thought his arm was a part of the Wingstop chain.
He looked like a teacup.
Yo,
Oh my gosh! But it was the other direction.
Yo, his arm literally was like, you know how you see like a chicken wing and you're trying to break it off and it's not quite coming off?
Yeah, and you twist it a couple times?
That's what that looked like.
Boy.
It looked bad.
My gosh.
That was so bad. But I mean, what was that guy thinking?
You saw Chris Rock said, was it Will Smith?
Yeah, Chris Rock was there, right?
I don't know if he was there, but I just glanced at a couple of titles where it was like, yo, Chris Rock was like, was that Will Smith?
Yeah, and then I heard Busta was there. Apparently,
wow,
and
he was at the Hollywood Bowl,
and Jamie Foxx was there.
Yeah,
Jamie Foxx was there, and like apparently. They all put the beats down to this guy in the back. Oh my god!
Yo,
it was a
listen. All I saw was him. All I see in the video was him. He was stumbling, and I just saw people on him, bro.
Oh yeah, like, quickly, swiftly
on stage,
swiftly. And there was like another angle where it just looked like a massive crowd. I'm like, all I can imagine is just this guy on the bottom catching the worst,
allegedly.
And apparently. Is that what they said was I think it might have been a brother or something. Dave Chappelle's brother allegedly said that it was or the victim's brother said that he was like, cool with the trans community or he was a trans person. I don't know. I didn't get.
I mean,
I didn't get all the time to read it. Just to be real,
you know
what I'm saying. I didn't get all the time to read it.
I don't know what's going on, but from Netflix losing money and all types of stuff, they're trying to pin it on Dave Chappelle and all of this other stuff, and I'm not really too fond of that.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we all seen the video, like, as far as, not the video of him just getting tackled, but the video of him actually, performing the joke, and I didn't think it was that bad, but like I said, who am I to say how people are supposed to feel, but I didn't think that joke was bad. I didn't think the backlash needed to go that long. He already explained himself. And
but the Alphabet Boys go hard.
No, for sure. Like, that's a definite.
And I'm not talking about the feds.
No, I totally understand it. And you know what? Everybody got to feel like they got to protect their rights. Cool. But, like, let's not assault people, like, right on stage, too, at the same time for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
let's
nuts.
not do
that's
that.
Nuts that you go up there with a fake Thule and...
Yeah, you literally brought, like, water to a gunfight. And
he's wilding on that
and got hands, feet, and everything put on him.
Like Red Cafe says, what else?
Yeah, man, but that was like one of the main things that I seen. And I'm still kind of shocked at that because we were talking about, like, what's the fallout of that whole Will Smith Chris Rock thing?
Oh yeah. We already was talking about that one.
Yeah, so, like, this could be it, but maybe people seeing that chicken wing arm, maybe that'll slow him up.
You think he's gonna sue? Can he sue?
He can't sue. That's on video.
He can sue.
They're gonna call him Lemon Pepper anyways. You know what I'm saying? Lemon Pepper chicken wing arm, whatever they want.
His arm was mashed up.
Yo, like, it was in reverse. You know how like, if your arm was supposed to go out completely straight, just now put your arm out straight, and then just imagine your elbow just going all the way straight down.
Think about. I may be aging myself a little bit, but there was, like, this dancer that was in a lot of hip hop videos, and his name was, like, Bruck Up, right? Just think, like, the man's arm was twisted the wrong way, and his elbow was poking out frontwards, like, yo. And then people were watching him getting put on the ambulance, like, you shouldn't have did that, like, you shouldn't have. Yo,
of course not.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was looking at his arm and just like, he probably couldn't even feel anything by that time, just besides pure pain. But I'm pretty sure he was thinking, yeah, you're right, I shouldn't have done that. Like, it was the dumbest thing I've seen ever. Yo,
listen, and like, I mean, I'm not trying to, broadly or paint with a brushstroke one race, but, like, you know who it was. You know his background, that guy's background, right?
Nah, they say he was black, apparently.
Nah, I didn't see a black guy on the stretcher.
That's what they're saying. I mean, I'll have to re-look again, but we can cross check that real fast and real easy. But I did hear that he might not be Anglo-Saxon. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be kind of real. You know what I mean?
The guy I saw on the stretcher, he looked rather Anglo-Saxon. I just seen it too. So,
let's give it a. Oh, but back to his name is Isaiah Lee. Are you sure?
Could be, bro. I mean,
and
he's 20.
And all right, Isaiah Lee, 23, struggles with his mental health and housing. Brother says he also has connection to the trans community and song title Dave Chappelle. Oh, and he's a rapper apparently.
He's a rapper. I mean, everybody's a rapper nowadays.
He's a clout chaser. He's a clout chaser for sure.
And, like, people. The minute you say mental health, it's like you can't judge anybody anymore. You know what I mean? Off of what they've done. So it's like, you say, oh, he struggles with mental health. Like, you can't say this, that, and the third.
It is a new buzzword, though. Like, you just say it and, you can get maybe, like, an extra 20 mil out of that. Ben Simmons.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, speaking of which, I mean, I'm just going to drop this little nugget, but this man actually is going for back surgery too on top of that.
He's going for back surgery?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I got back problems. I done had a back surgery or two.
Yeah, what do you think?
One thing I will say.
What do you think about Ben Simmons?
The one thing I will say, I mean, like, he's like 6'10", 6'11", and he plays point guard. So he's like bent over, paws a lot.
Okay.
Right? So, like, look at T-Mac. Look at all the other big, tall people that play, that handle the ball. Larry Bird, he had back problems. All of those type of basketball players, they always tend to have back problems. So, like, I definitely can see it. And if he has, like, real back problems, and they said, like, he had a bad disc, I don't know if it was ruptured, like mine, but even if it's just herniated, like, bro, it's a different type of pain. It keeps you up at night. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, back pain is quite possibly, like, the worst pain you could feel ever in your life, because it's always there.
Yeah, and
imagine if you had like a rock in your shoe, right? I'm really like making it not so bad by like using this type of analogy, but imagine if you had your rock in your shoe and you just didn't take it out.
Painful.
And you just dealt with it. Like, that's what it feels like, but 100,000 times worse.
All right, so
if he's really dealing with back problems, I mean, look at Michael Porter Jr. How many games did he play this year? Like 10?
Yeah, he didn't play much at all. Actually, what they said is that doctors really can't diagnose like the amount of pain that people are actually going through with back issues.
And the crazy part is, on top of that, it's like doctors, like, if you guys have ever seen Doctor Strange, right? It's Doctor Strange, right?
Yeah, Marvel.
Like, in the first one, you saw him, he was on the phone pretty much saying like, no, I'm not going to do Brody's surgery. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, doctors actually can pick and choose, like, yo, I'm not doing this, because they want to keep their percentages up. They want to stay at like 100% success rate, this, that, and the third. Because that's a real thing. Yeah,
it's all about the
like,
percentages.
If he's had back issues before, and potentially if he's had a surgery, it might be an issue finding another doctor that'll even accept him as a patient, because they don't want those problems.
Yeah, you may lower the numbers overall.
Yeah, man, and they want to keep their percentages up.
Yeah, because it's all about bookings and everything like that. Oh, there goes OBJ right there.
Oh yeah.
Actually, you remember looking at that shoe store? I mean, his closet.
Yo, funny story. Clark showed me a picture of what I thought was a sneaker and clothes store with like a really dope layout, and it was actually Odell Beckham Jr.'s closet.
Craziness, bro.
It just made me feel like I made every life choice that I come across, I made it wrong. Because
that man.
Because
right there,
like I don't even know.
Yeah, that right there was super impressive. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. The layout, the architecture, y'all
the
look
lights.
At yeah, make sure y'all Google.
It looked like there was like a girl in there, so I thought it was like a store.
Nah,
like can you imagine if he has like an associate in his closet?
Just
and he just
there.
Pays, he just pays them.
It's big enough to do that, though. More than big enough to do it.
Probably it looks like a big store, not just a little tiny store, a big store.
It looks like it has a break room for sure,
and a bathroom.
Yeah, facts. Like, it definitely looks like he could call it OBJ's closet, and that would be,
and put it right on Fairfax,
and it would sell out for sure. Have a full out line, because he did it right. He did it right when it comes to that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He did that all the way right.
Like, as good and as big and as ostentatious as Drake's house is, Like OBJ's closet,
crazy,
nuts. Let me tell you. Like no BS.
Mm-hmm.
Every person would want to see that. Every person would want that as a closet. It's like a wing of a really nice house turned into a clothing store with I don't know how many hundreds of sneakers on the wall.
Man, like I want to say from what I quickly seen, if I had to just take a quick scan, he might have had a few hundred just on the wall sitting. Few hundred just on the wall. He had a few mannequins in there too. That was the craziest part. That's what really sold it as a store.
Yeah, like I thought it was a store because I could have swore I was like, yo, those are the mannequins in the window.
Yeah, so like it just made it super crazy when I seen that. I was just like, man, it's nuts, dude, nuts.
You know what I mean? Yo, so funny story, right?
Yeah, talking.
So somebody told me this story, and I thought I would share it with you.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy that they know, he's an uncle, right? And his niece, his brother's daughter,
mm-hmm.
She got punished, right? She was grounded, so they took her iPad away. But they didn't take her iPhone away. Right? Guess what she did?
What she ended up doing? Hopping right on the iPhone, huh?
She ordered an Uber. She took the Uber to the Brightline station, bought Brightline tickets to come all the way down from Jupiter, Florida, to her uncle, who lives here. In Wilton Manors. 9 years old.
Just because she got that.
9 years old.
Just because
before you even say anything, think about it. Think about this. A 9-year-old girl, she snuck on with a family and showed her ticket. Because they wouldn't have just let her on by herself with no parents.
She pulled the whole Home Alone.
Bro.
Two.
Bro, could you imagine? Her parents drove all the way down from Jupiter and picked her up.
Hey, she pulled a TK.
Bro, just
a race.
Bro. 9 years old.
That is wild, though.
I'm going to keep stressing the fact that she's 9 years old.
Yeah, 9 years old. I've done a lot, but to actually order tickets to get on a train that I don't know about.
I completely realize now that I can't even fathom how different it is now for these kids.
Oh, wildly.
I couldn't have even imagined doing some stuff like that. Not with Sonya. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, yeah. You know, what did Kwame Brown say? Oh, I am my mama's son. Yeah, that wouldn't have happened. Not on this side,
bro.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy. Like
she brought train tickets for the monorail or whatever it's called, the Tri-Rail, Brightline
for sure.
From Jupiter to Fort Lauderdale, fam. I don't know how long that is. I don't know how far is Jupiter.
Jupiter's a good little bop. I'm not even gonna lie. It might be hour plus, maybe hour and a half. Still far enough.
She ordered an Uber.
Yeah.
Tipped.
Yo, Apple Pay.
She packed a bag, bro.
Yo, so like, how did that like? Well, then again,
the parents realized that she left
when they got the call. Probably.
The parents called homeboy before he even knew she was on the train.
Oh, because they could see all the tracking.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, they could definitely see all the tracking. That's
first off. How do you take away the iPad and not the iPhone?
Yeah, you got to take everything away.
Everything has to be gone.
Yeah.
How do you... How... Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
How, bro?
That was definitely a major flop on that one. Definitely a major flop. Like, when you think about it, yeah, you got to take away everything. It kind of sucks, but and they're gonna cry, they're gonna pout, but
bro, what is parenting in 2022?
Apparently,
I thank God that I don't have kids yet.
Yeah, apparently you got to put in 5.
Holy, the other 4 letters.
Yeah, like you got to pretty much put in $5 gas. Drive about an hour plus, you know what I'm saying? $5 gas.
More than $5. 10 now.
Yeah,
10 now.
Yeah, $10 per gallon basically. Get in your car. That's going to be about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Well, really, when you combine that, they had to drive 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Just to even go pick up the daughter, and be scared as hell and mad as hell. Man, that's
if and this would never happen. So this is like fantasy. This is like Harry Potter world. If I would have ever done that at 9 years old, she wasn't coming to get me. I'd have to find my way back up to Jupiter.
Nah, if I would have ended up doing something like that, my mom would have had to come and get me. She would have came to kill me. It's like, yeah, you're not coming back with me.
Ditto.
It would have been over with.
Jesus.
No chance, man.
Oh my gosh, 9 years old.
Yeah, there's
holy
no chance, man. That's the craziest part. And then now thinking about how like just all the other ways that it could just go left with just having kids having iPads and all the creeps out there. There's so many things that could have meant bad, but luckily she made it there. They caught on real fast. Probably had the follow my app on and just pinpointed it and did what they had to do. Plus, probably seen those charges too. So those charges is probably a whole nother thing too. On top of that,
bro, just the fact that a kid
could
think about that and do that. That's not what I was thinking about at 9 years old.
Yeah, well, now that I know that, definitely can't have any credit cards on any of those devices. I don't have any kids, but no credit cards on those devices for sure. I seen your boy Calboy actually.
Calboy?
Yeah. He was basically. I was reading something where he called like not Meek Mill. It was the baby. This man was saying like, yo, the baby is a cheerleader, and like he's an industry kind of like a industry hoe. You know what I'm saying?
How so?
Basically for working.
This is juicy, but how so?
Yeah, basically for working with NBA YoungBoy. You know what I'm saying?
Working with NBA. I mean,
yeah,
NBA YoungBoy is like one of the biggest acts in music right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's hotter than fish grease right
He's
now.
the number one person on YouTube.
No, he's definitely on fire.
Like number one.
So basically, the reason why he was saying that is that you might not know this, but Calboy is King Von's cousin.
Stop it.
Yeah. So
they do look alike. Far.
Yeah. So basically, you know how that went, and really, he wasn't even ultimately that mad that the baby.
Yeah, if you didn't realize, we were trying not to curse.
Yeah.
But
it's all good, man.
This shit is so hard.
It's all good. We could let loose. It's probably past this 10-minute mark. Anyways.
Back to Calboy.
But
inquiring minds would like to know.
Yeah, basically. Since he's his cousin, and he wasn't even that mad at the baby, he basically was like, "Yo, I ain't got a problem with him actually working with NBA YoungBoy, but the NBA YoungBoy is saying whatever." He kind of just like rolled his eyes, kind of waved it off, and he was just like, "Really, the only issue is that you wanted to drop on the same day as King Von, and y'all said y'all did the album in a week, you know what I'm saying, and then rushed it out to put it out on the same day as King Von." Why didn't you just, if you weren't trying to be in the middle of it, why didn't you just, tell them, oh, shoot, like, why don't we do it the next day or 2 days after,
Or a week.
Or a week. It really
Why do we have to do it in, like, they're two really big artists. Why do they have to push a whole project out in a week?
In a week, and putting it out on somebody he's actively dissing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he said that about.
Do you think?
I'm not sure if the baby thought about it that deep personally, but.
So do you think that it was like a label thing, like, yo, we have to do this? Or do you think, like, they were like, yo, we have to do this? Or a strange combination of the two.
Sometimes it could be a coincidence, but I think with YoungBoy, to be honest, on the outside looking in, he probably has the power and creative control to do whatever he wants. They got him.
I can agree with you on that one.
I'm pretty sure the label got him out, helped him get out of jail. You know what I'm saying? To create new music, the label probably helped get that place in Utah. So like, and anything that he needs, like the video shooter, all that dude's probably getting paid out from the label in his budget and getting it that way. So there is, I guess of course there is advantages.
Could you imagine being sent to Utah and be like, yo, make music?
Bro, that is crazy though.
That's a wild thing, right? Utah.
And I think he can only literally have like 2 or 3 people in his house at one time, like as visitors or whatever like that, or like one visitor. But
at least he can have a threesome.
No, I think actually he can only have like 1 or maybe 2 visitors, and then his cameraman that's assigned there gets to like live there or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. So
that's wild.
Yeah. And I mean, shoot, but that's what I'm saying. Like, his charges, he probably shouldn't have got out, but I think the label really helped out with that. A really great lawyer, and the label.
He's definitely a producer.
Yeah, he makes a lot of money for them. So it's like, they held him down. You know what I'm saying? And then there was a few other things I was reading too, man. Your boy Rod Wave.
What's up with Rod?
Man, rags to riches or jail hidden stitches. Nah, domestic violence, man. Domestic violence charge, and he got jammed up, man.
Listen, guys, stop hitting these women, man. It's not worth it. Just stop it. Like, cut it out. I mean,
yeah.
Like.
I mean, yeah, it's a simple thing, but it's alleged, so we don't know what happened. It's alleged, so I don't want to necessarily put that on him, but because sometimes it's about whoever calls first and says it, and then sometimes it's about.
I mean, if it's a domestic dispute, somebody got to go. Like, I mean, at least in the state of Florida, somebody has to go to jail. Like, that's like a rule.
Oh, they changed it up because I've sat through a few. I ain't have to be in a few, but I've sat through a few where I've seen one where what was it, like a female called, but then when they came in, the female was on top of dude hitting him. So they asked him, "Hey, do you want to take her to jail?" And he said, "Nah, cool." You know what I'm saying? Like, cool out. You know what I'm saying? But could have, you know what I'm saying? He had the option. It was an option, but this was back in the day, though. He had an option.
I mean, if they want to be by the book, somebody got to go.
But now,
you
maybe nowadays it's like that. I don't know. Things will switch up.
If they don't see anything crazy going on, you know what I mean. But if they like come to the spot and like ascertain the situation was definitely popping off, they see bruises, they see.
Oh, yeah. They see
blood, they see, broken, this, that, and the third. Somebody's going down.
Oh, no, for sure. The cops have an obligation to, like, actually look and use their brain and just say, hey, this is what probably went down. They're going to listen to everybody. They're going to probably go what's off the first call. And the first call is just to get them over there, and they're probably on your side from there. But that ain't like you can't be on top of somebody trying to full mount them, and they're coming in and they see that, but you're the one that called them. You know what I'm saying? And the person's not attacking back at all. So like it really looks a certain way. So that it could easily change up at any time. But man, like I really didn't know that they changed that though. If they change that, it's a wrap. Like yeah, football players are gonna have a hard time too.
1000%.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
you saw what happened to Jackson Hayes.
Oh yeah. Jackson Hayes got jammed
and that's
up
in
too.
California.
Oh yeah, I mean a lot of these things be happening in California though. A lot of these things,
Facts.
man. That's why it's like, you know what, man, you got to just take it easy. Don't get too hot. Take a walk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Take a walk away, or just part ways. You ain't gotta go ahead and take it to that level. I'm just saying this is
alleged.
I ain't even talking about just Rod Wave. If it were to
just for dudes in general, man.
Just in general, just to stay out the situations, to stay out the hairy situations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just cool out.
Just cool out. And what they say, live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? Gotta live to fight another day, man.
So, did you hear about this teacher? I can't remember where, but he got fired for making black students pick cotton. And he allowed the white students to not do the assignment. Did you hear about it?
Nah, I ain't hear about that one though. That's wild.
That's wild. That's wild.
He said he had like, and you said you don't know where, right? It had to be somewhere in the South.
Who knows, bro? But it's
where the hell is cotton fields at?
Like I'm not even.
They still have those around?
Oh yeah, there's still cotton.
Oh no, I know there's still cotton, but
there's
the fields?
Still cotton. I mean, every cotton don't come from Egypt.
No, for sure, but I didn't know there was still fields out here. That's crazy.
I would assume, but why differently? Like, what do you? It's like I shouldn't be surprised anymore, right? Like, it's like the Wilder. I shouldn't even be surprised.
Nah, you really shouldn't be. I mean, with all the things going on out there, man, all these changes. I mean, man, I don't even want to speak on it too tough, but there's so many different changes going on that it's just like, and then the changes that's going on is like retroactive anyways, because you got to look at like what's been going on too, politically and all that too. Even Trump got into power and things like that. Great money. We made all great money. But the thing with that was, the social aspect went down. You know what I'm saying? The money went up, but the social aspect went down.
It's like, it seems that they make it a point, especially with the Republican Party, to try and get somebody in the Supreme Court. And it just so happens to have happened with like all the last Republican presidents that a seat came up.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I say that to say, like, I didn't really want to touch on it too much, but, like, they're saying that Roe v. Wade is going to get overturned. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a crazy one to just
that's
overturn.
Crazy. I don't see how.
I heard that got leaked, too, right?
Yeah. Like, I don't see how us as men, the government, I'm going to say men because it's still predominantly men, can think like we can govern what a woman does with her body. That's like,
yeah, that's true.
That's so narcissistic to think that we have that. We should have that power. I think it's wild. I mean, already in Texas, it's illegal to have an abortion, right? It's like, man, again, I shouldn't be surprised that any of this is happening. But yeah, man, like it's pretty wild, bro, because there's rape out there, there's incest out there.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things.
There's just a whole lot of things, and it's like, damn, bro, like she has to go through and have this kid. Like, why doesn't she just Like, so, like, and like, what is a miscarriage? Are they gonna say that it's murder? Like, it's just a whole bunch of BS that, like.
Yeah, I think honestly, like what they should have did was probably they should have left it alone. But realistically, if I could see it from. Well, I can see it from both sides, but I think I
can't. That's the crazy part. I can't see it from both sides. I don't see how.
But
how niggas can think that they can be like, yeah, you can't do that.
No, I'm saying the government shouldn't be able to ever step in. Anyways, I'm just talking about from like if they want to just be on a super moral high ground and just say, hey, you don't know when life starts and all that. Whatever, yeah, but right?
It's funny how.
I'm just saying, right?
It's like the Republicans say that, like they want limited government, but yet they want the government to step in on
certain things.
Certain things. Like that doesn't make that.
That's the part. You
can't have your cake and eat it.
Yeah, that's the part I'm not a fan of. Just to be real, like I don't personally like the government stepping in on certain things. Like that one. Anything.
It should be across the board. Like
yeah, and that to me is more of a church type of vote rather than a state type of vote to me.
Yeah, it's definitely a conservative thing.
Yeah, that's just.
But that's why, like.
That's just my personal opinion. Like, you are kind of affecting. It's
tough out there, bro.
They are kind of affecting the overall freedoms that, like. This is why, if it's supposed to be America, right, and that was a right given before, and I'm not a huge fan of taking away rights. To me, you know what I'm saying, but then again, there's 1,000 examples that people can always throw back and counter that, but I'm just naturally not a fan of not saying that you can't change, you can't evolve. Of course, you got to do that. I was just talking about just in general, just completely eliminating a right is kind of like, what? And then, right, we have the elimination of that right, but really, what's the counter then, right? Because now, if
people got to go to other states, like they got to do all types of wild shit under the cloak of night, like it's bad, bro.
But what's the actual solution, right? Let's just say if that person
let women decide what the hell they want to do.
Yeah, no, for sure. But we're here now, right? Let's just they already said it's done. That was an official thing. I can't remember how many states, but there's damn near 15 states that's already trying to make it illegal.
I think Florida being one of them.
I'm not sure if Florida is, but because Florida, from what I've seen, a few of the charts, Florida is like going to be undecided for a good little while.
Yeah, but we're definitely a red state.
Oh, for sure. But we have we have Miami too. So, and that's doctor everything. You know what I mean?
I hope so, man.
Yeah.
I hope Thug Ronnie don't do none of that down here.
No, but I'll say this on that too. Like with that whole vote and everything like that, I was more talking about like, okay, since the vote is going to go down, so what's the actual solution? Obviously, you're going to have more life, more population, and all these things, right? Naturally. So, what is the government going to do?
That they don't want the state to pay for.
Exactly. So now, is it going to be federal fees for like kids that
I don't know what the goal is. I mean, were we talking about prisons the other day and how prisons make money and all that type of stuff because of that thing from Twitter, right? Did we talk about that? I can't remember.
I don't think that was us, but I know they've been making money. You know what I mean?
The more people in prison, the more money the people that own the prisons make. Point blank. But
because that's a lot of extra bodies, right? And I'm not saying extra bodies shouldn't be here. They don't have the right. But I think that it should just be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the actual solution? If you're going to take away one thing, what's the actual... Not saying that life isn't a game. Life is definitely a game, but I'm just saying, like, you take one thing away, what are you going to put back in? Like, what is like, all right, hey, we're going to have everybody deal with it, da-da-da-da-da. But... in another hand, if this is your situation, we're going to be able to pay and put you up in here, or you know, we knock out this and that. We pay 50% of your you know, just whatever. But that's not even stated. And there's definitely a lot of circumstances that it's really a financial decision 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, well, we can't really take care of it, blah, 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 whatever. Because of X, Y, Z happened to her. You know, maybe the woman, you know, had some situation happen, unfortunately. And then, that person that wasn't a planned thing. And that person doesn't have the finances.
Ooh,
that's a huge likely and a likability that's probably going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's likely going to happen. So it's a touchy situation, but I just don't like the fact that they took away something and didn't say this is what we're going to do to alleviate it. That was my main thing. It's like, okay, well, you took it away. What are you guys going to do to help it out then? It said you're just going to overnight take this thing away.
Yeah.
You know?
It's damn, dog. If it's true, bro, that's super tough.
Yeah, they said they're going to have an investigation why it leaked, but one of the people actually in the court or whatever like that, basically a credible source said that that actual ruling is going to stand, and that was an actual ruling. Who knows if it can get overturned somehow? I'm not sure, but that's what's going on. And other things that's going on right now too, from what I read, was a judge overseeing Derek Chauvin, the guy from the George Floyd. George Floyd case.
What about it?
They accepted his plea, but he's getting 20 to 25 years in prison.
Okay.
Yeah, so
that's the least that he could do.
Yeah. So I think he was potentially. I'm not sure if he was potentially going to get the death penalty or whatever, but
I mean, those other cops should go to jail too.
Don't know what happened to the other ones, but yeah, they probably are going to jail, and they definitely was like basically, what do they call them? When you're with somebody and they're doing a crime.
Accomplice.
Oh yeah, accomplice. They're definitely accomplices of that for sure.
Facts.
So yeah, but I mean, at least
definitely were accomplices to murder. So I don't see why they're not getting 25 to life.
Yeah. So at least, honestly, mostly, that chapter is, the chapter is always going to be open, but that chapter, at least for that incident of that day, and the main person is out the way now.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a real cool thing that I got to actually read up on today, man. But yeah, man.
So what were we talking about? Last thing.
Yeah, Darren Culver getting that whole 20.
The what?
He got the whole 20 to 25 years.
Chauvin. Oh, you mean Chauvin?
Chauvin
or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. In lighter news, it was reported in the New York Post that there is a sex island vacation that offers unlimited sex with 100 women, 50 tickets at $4,500 a ticket for a 4-day experience that you can have 2 women every day. Like I said, I'm not surprised by anything anymore.
But are you an island boy? An island boy.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. That's a real thoughtcation, though. I ain't even going.
Yo,
that's a real thoughtcation the whole way, all the way through. 4,500 for the thought.
Raw sex too, not just sex. Raw sex.
You said you get two. You get two
choice. 2 different women a day if you want.
It said 2 biddies in a bondo every day. 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 2 biddies For 4 days.
That's probably the wildest
4,
thing.
6, 8.
The wildest thing I done seen or heard in a minute. I'm not even playing. I don't know how I feel about that. Differently, I'm a little different, right?
I ain't surprised about that. Trickations. That's what that is.
This might blow your mind, right? But I'm not a fan of threesomes. Like, I'm not really. That's not something that super interests me.
What you mean by that, Chief?
Like, I know that sounds weird as hell, but it's like, yeah, bro, like, that's not something that I was ever turned on by, or like the thought of having a threesome or any of that stuff. There's just like,
you talking about running a train on a chick, or
no? I'm talking about 2 girls and a guy.
Oh, okay. I mean, I've had some fun with some daily doubles, but and I've actually never had a problem with daily doubles. But yeah, it is a lot of tension. You do have to double your budget.
Yeah, like
nobody ever actually talks about that part. It's
doubling
the budget for everything.
Habit.
Yeah, doubling the
like
budget
Coke.
for. It's not even that. Like, even if you just cool with them, you got to buy 2 meals. You got to buy 2 of this. You got to buy 2 of that. You got to buy 2 of this, and you might have to get 2 Ubers. Just saying. Nobody actually talks about that part. It's fun. It's fun for those moments, though, for sure. But at the same time, the back end it does hit pretty hard.
I know you got your books tight.
Yeah, I think, man, I could tell you what the numbers is gonna be as I'm walking up. It don't really matter what it is. I'm already breaking it down. Like, yeah, it's gonna cost this, and that. Just a normal civilian girl we talking to. Yep, it's gonna cost this. Yeah, nah. Everything is a fee. It just don't matter what it is. You got to just know what the cost will eventually be.
But yeah, like, no bullshit. It's just like never really been a big thing for me. Never been something that I wanted to do. Like, I don't know why. That's not, like, you could just do a bunch of freaky stuff with the girl, or like, or however you swing nowadays. But it's like, I just don't.
Nah, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of personalities you got to deal with and things like that. I could get what you're talking about, but
and
for
especially as a regular guy, like,
yeah.
You know how hard it is to come across 2 bad at once.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Yeah,
but it's
happens,
tough.
But it's
tough. It's a tough combination.
It's like, you're not an athlete.
Nah, that's a fact. Like, there's been a few where there was definitely one franchise player, and then one Scotty Burrell. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but you can't piss off. You can't piss off the franchise player with the free agent.
Yeah, nah, for sure. You
can't give the free agent a bigger contract than the franchise.
Not saying I've been around, had some 10-day contracts around. I definitely would hold out for something better. But to me, it's not like something I look forward to like right now. I ain't gonna sit there and lie to you. I'm just gonna be real. But back in my little time, yeah, man, it was cool. It was fun. To me, those are like bucket list things. You just do it and just, all right, yeah, you got that out your system, bro.
Even like watching porns and shit, where it's like a guy and 2 girls, like, it just seems like a lot. Like, it just seems like a lot of shit that you got to do.
No, you got to stay active. I ain't gonna lie. It's
like,
you got to stay.
You got active. Like, it's 2 different girls.
Yeah.
And they say like
it's different speeds.
Only a couple of, like, it's not a large percentage of women supposedly that orgasm off a penetration. You know what I mean? Fact. So it's like, but what if you please one, you don't please the other?
Yeah,
like, what if word goes around town that you're a flop artist?
Oh, like, no, you could wait for the big show, and then the show just never shows. You know what I'm saying? That is a possibility.
So much pressure, dog. Like, yo, people don't talk about that side.
No, that's a fact. But like, you gotta. All right, I'll say this. It
seems good in the movies, on TV.
No, for sure.
Music videos.
You can't have that. You can't just have that just pop up on you. But you got to basically be ready. I ain't saying you need a blue chew. You just got to have the mindset
Practice squad. You got to have the mindset of a practice squad.
Yeah, nah, you just got to be like, hey, this is what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a dude, and chances are, you already know how that go. Like, if you focus on whatever you're going to do in anything in life, you're going to get it done. But at the same time, I always, like I said, I've had my moments.
Like rules, and then there's like rules to this shit.
Oh, there's definitely rules. There's a whole. This is why it actually.
Like if you have a girl, like you can't kiss the other girl.
Oh yeah, you can't kiss the other one,
and then you can't nut while in the other girl.
Oh no, you probably can't dip and dip. You gotta dip. Take a condom off, dip in the other one, take the condom off.
Yo, like that's.
And then by that time, it's already.
Yo, you could potentially lose your erection by the time you putting on the. Oh yo, brethren.
It becomes
the pressure, bro.
It becomes
fourth quarter down by 2.
You remember those little box things where it was like those little poppy sounds and things like that. That's how the floor gonna look with all them condoms. I'm telling you, I promise you. It's just what happens. You know what I'm saying? It's just what happens. And I ain't even trying to be vulgar or nothing like that. It's just being real. You know what I mean? Chances are that's what's going to happen. Most males ain't going to just let you do it like you see it on TV and see it on them little sites. It's going to be, you get to dip and then you got to strip.
You can't double dip it. You can't, you can't double dip your chip. So why should you double dip your dick?
Like, and they ain't going to let you do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a man's fantasy to do that, but you know that there's a lot that comes with it.
There's a lot.
There's a lot that there's a lot that actually comes with that.
Like, bro, let's think about the mechanics of having a threesome, fam.
All body parts need to be working at that time. I'm just saying, like, you need to be completely active. You know what I'm saying? And you need to be doing your thing. It's just, but it is a lot of work. It ain't something that you just do every day.
And then what if your significant other is watching you putting in all that work with the other girl, and it's like you're not putting that much effort in with her? Like, how is she gonna feel?
I mean,
like, how is your relationship gonna suffer after that?
Well, here's the tips and tricks. You don't do that in the early age. You do that like when it's just like, hey, things are sagging and dragging. You feel me? Y'all just trying out things. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't suggest doing that too young, because I've seen that go left eventually down the road. But when things are sagging and dragging on both sides, it's like, all right, yeah, let's try something out. And whatever. Like, and even then, as a dude, you should never ask the chick if she brings that up. Even then, you better have your eyebrow raised.
Yeah, you better be like.
If she starts hounding you, then it'd be like, all right, yeah, let's go ahead and get it. You know what I'm saying?
If she starts hounding you, that means she want to be with another girl.
Yeah, but that's cool. She's inviting you. You know what I'm saying?
Not if after that turns to just her.
Oh no, not on no Drew Hill remix. You know what I'm saying? Not on that. You're like, hell no. But like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? At least the invitation's happening. You know what I'm saying? I take that at least. You know what I mean? Overall, and like I said, towards the sagging and dragging years, where it's like, all right, we both fell off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe during the both fall off years, it's like, all right, cool, let's get a little something, young, or whatever. But that's on some later on, and I'm never bringing that one up. I'll be like, yeah, you're gonna have to hound me to do that one off top.
It's a tough life, bro.
It's a real tough life.
It's not as easy as you think.
Hell no. I've seen it, and I'll be scared to death to give up half. So I'm just shook. I'm moving,
especially in this social media age, boy. Mm-hmm. Your failures will be broadcasted.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother thing. See, that's the whole thing. That's why when I said that and way into the sagging and dragging
remember
years,
when there was a private life?
Yeah. Remember the days where in the 70s and 80s you could have a whole separate family.
Oh man.
Man,
those were the days.
Yeah, man, but definitely can't do none of those things anymore. Like, you got to play it straight all the way through.
It's not possible. Mm-hmm. It's not possible.
Nah, it ain't. Like, it's almost impossible to stay faithful, but it's almost impossible to really cheat for real. If like the person really wants to look for, like if the other person really wants to look for you cheating, they'll find it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be all the way real. Like, I'm not even a detective. It's just, I won't even look up something.
You got to keep your game so tight, bro.
The algorithm will snitch on you before the person even decides to look up that you're doing anything. It'll just drop it right on your lap. Like, oh, this is what you're doing? Damn. Yeah, you just open up the phone and bang. You know what I mean? So I look at it like that, man.
The algorithm is the bane of every nigga.
Hell yeah, facts. But I always look at it like this, man. You know, I play it single for the most part and do my thing. But, you know, if I am in a relationship, I'm just going to go ahead and play it fair and play it right, man. It's just super simple. It's better that way. You know, no drama.
It's easy, It's a lot less drama free.
Yeah, a lot less drama.
It's a lot less drama free.
You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said,
trust me, you don't want the 50-page double space essays, man.
Hell no,
on your cell phone.
I'm not reading
talking
that.
about that.
I'm not reading that. I'm not reading that damn shit.
Yo,
I'm gonna get mad even thinking about it. So why even do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather be like, I've had
asked Siri to read it, and she gonna be like, "Are you sure?"
Actually, truth be told, I've had chicks like wonder why I wasn't cheating on them. Like, I've seriously had that, and it's like, what? It's like, man, I wouldn't even get with you if I was gonna just go ahead and cheat on you.
What's the point?
What's the point? You know what I mean? Like, but it's cool.
Like Charlamagne say, black men don't cheat, right?
You know what I mean? And on top of that, I'll say this: the one thing is, you do get way more offers when you are in a relationship. Like, the offers just go up. Like
that wedding ring, bro.
Yeah, the wedding ring. You could not even. It could just be the fact that they know you're in a relationship and it looks like is good. They just gonna be on you at your whole hip about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like I say, you gotta, you know, both sides gotta stay strong because
the better you treat your girl, the more hoes are after you.
Facts.
Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's easy. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta, you know, play. I look at it like you're in a contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pretty much just play it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever the contract is, go ahead. You already signed it. You know what I mean? And I ain't even just talking marriage. I'm talking about regular relationship. It's technically a contract. You signed up to do whatever you signed up for, you know, and y'all locked in. So that's what you're supposed to do. So yeah, man, but about them daily doubles, it's fun, but it's more of a bucket list thing to me. You know what I'm saying? You do it. And honestly, to me, I
just see the negatives.
Oh no,
the positives look great, but I just see the negatives.
If you're single, I don't really see much negatives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
maybe that's different.
Yeah. Like, I've been single doing that. Like, I've got a lot of friends that's had girls that's done that, but I've never seen that actually stick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, they'll be together for like another year or so, and then all of a sudden arguments, this and that. You know, one dips into one cookie jar, the other, and it gets a little messy because they end up being too young trying that. It's just, you know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, man, ladies, just let your man go to a strip club and throw a few dollars, and that's about it. Let him come home to you. That's the moral of the story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yo, in other news, just more shit piling on Will Smith, fam. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he's having the worst spring that any nigga has ever had in life.
What's going on with Lil Willie from Philly?
So supposedly now, there's some interview or something that Jada said that she never wanted to get married to Will. And that she felt pressured to get married to Will because she was pregnant and she was a young actress and Willow was there. That's the crazy part.
Oh, okay.
Like, Jada was on some, like, she hated the wedding and like everything was wrong, and it's just like she just never wanted to get married to Will, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, man.
See, I'm not gonna lie.
This nigga Will gonna jump off a bit. Like, you see all of them videos he was doing like during the pandemic and all of that shit where he was on the top of buildings. Like, he gonna jump off one of the motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. Like, he
about to be an asphalt pat. Like, yo,
all right.
Bro, like, how much shit can a dude take?
Because I usually hear her in clips, I'm not gonna shoot her that much bail, but I'll say this though. It looks really fucking horrible. And I'm gonna and she's coming off.
That is an understatement, sir.
And she's coming off as super ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? Not that just the presence of Will Smith. Y'all got a kid, y'all partners and everything like that too.
Two kids.
Y'all got 2 kids together, right? They're successful in their own little ways, and I'm not saying little. Jaden's doing this thing too. You know what I'm saying? Willow could have been a megastar. She decided to,
she decided to chill.
She decided to chill, which is cool.
But it's just
you know
like, damn, dog. How much shit a nigga gonna leave it at Will Smith's door, knock and run away,
but let me finish
and leave it on fire.
True, but let me get to this point, right? Let me get to this point. The reason why I'm saying she's ungrateful, because at that point in time, like, what was it, just woo?
Maybe. I think she may have set it off.
She had set it off, woo. She was on Fresh Prince and, like, Different World on a few different, like, you know, appearances and things like that. And then, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool and all, but Will
was doing
Wild Wild West.
Will was doing Independence Day and all of them big movies.
All like those, but
Enemy of the State.
One or two of those movies alone eats up all the budget of whatever she played in.
Bro, he was the one who got her he was the one who got her the job on Matrix.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be Neo,
he was
right?
supposed to be Neo, and he was like, nah. Right? He was like, nah, I'm not going to do this, but if this shit's popping, I'll let my wife Jada do it.
And he lost out on that.
Nah, Jada was on, she was in
I'm saying Will lost out on that.
He lost out on that franchise, but I don't think it would be I can't see anybody other than Keanu being
No,
Neo.
for sure. And the good thing that...
is that you, Morpheus?
Nah, I think it was a good job that ended up happening that way. You know what I'm saying? Just overall, like, that was a good thing. But yeah, I just think overall
I know jujitsu.
She's just still coming off ungrateful, man. It's just at least from the clips that just keep coming out. I don't know if somebody has like a personal, like an old publicist has something against them.
It seemed like,
but all these clips,
like, yo.
But like, the other problem is that most of those clips are coming from their outlets anyway, so it's like
that's the wild shit.
I'm like,
that's the wild shit. I don't like.
From what I see,
bro,
they're sitting next to each other, talking to each other. It's not like they're in separate chairs.
That shit
and
crazy.
Separate, like they're literally right next to each other talking about it. And I'm like, man, that's just a rough way to like actually deal with the relationship. Just in my opinion, that's a rough way to live with it, man.
Yeah, that's tough, fam.
Will's, yeah, you're right. He's had a pretty few bad months. Like the whole spring has been pretty ugly for him. You know what I'm saying? The whole spring.
It's been downhill since the Oscars, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. And before the Oscars, even. But it's just like, damn, dog.
To me, I thought the funniest part was
that was supposed to be the high point of his career, bro.
That was supposed to be,
and it may be the end.
I think that was supposed to be a good turnaround too, because that would have turned around the whole Jada thing, right? Honestly, him not going up there and just laughing it off, and even if he would have just said, "Hey, look, you know, yeah, it would have been problems with the wife, but I would have been." You know, it would have been maybe for 30 minutes because he could have went to the back and talked to Chris, and that would have been like, all right, he could have got him tough.
He could have sent, like I said, his publicist. He could have sent his publicist to talk to the Oscars and be like, yo.
That's early, but let's just say he didn't, right? Let's just say he didn't. He still could have went up right when commercial break had. Let me talk to you in the back real quick, bro. Ooh, didn't even need to do all that in front of everybody. Bro. But but she would have known that, hey, he's not getting up just to say what's up and hey, let me talk to you real quick. Put the arm around it. Hey, man, da-da-da-da-da, woo. Don't talk about my wife like that. And then
we still cool, bro.
We still cool, though.
But
she would have just seen the gesture of him getting up and going over there. He still could have got...
No, she kissed him after he sat back down.
Nah, I know that.
Like, on some fuckery.
But then apparently she tried to... apparently there was a report where she said, she didn't want him to do that or something like that. I don't know.
Why she kissed him.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Exactly when you said that.
She didn't want him to do that.
But we'll see. But, like, I just think that it's just been super downhill from there. There was a lot of other options he could have had. But yeah, this is just one of those like dismantling things of a star now, because he made a horrible mistake though, like
incredibly horrible.
And then on top of that, the first joke that came out was like, "Nigga, is that Will Smith?" when the Dave Chappelle thing happened. So it's like that's the first joke that came out off top.
Yeah, bro. Will Smith gonna be the butter jokes for a very, very at least the rest of 2022.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Big time.
Probably leading into 2023, because I don't think that this is the end.
I mean, it could be.
There'll be more stuff.
It could be. I mean, it's going to take him, like, I don't know who's going to get back faster, him or Travis Scott, but it's going to take a little while.
Trav will be back.
Yeah, both of them will be back.
Trav will be back.
It's going to take a while.
Trav still got hits in him. He's young.
I mean, Will just came off an Oscar, so he still got that. It's just he has enough money to also put out things independently too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just be a producer and just come out like that, and then act in a few things, and then wham bam, people forget.
Mel Gibson came back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So like,
and I would think talking about a whole religion, race type thing would be way worse. And he got a shot to come back.
But as just as a black guy, man, like, yo, Will fucked up.
Majorly.
Like, bruh.
Big time. You know what I'm saying?
I can't say nothing else. What else been happening though, fam?
Nah, man, I just honestly just been listening to a lot of music, man, and there's a few new albums out there I'm actually kind of interested, but there's also more re-releases too. There are new re-releases, as I call them. Yeah. One of them is Pooh Shiesty Certified. He's got like way more tracks from what I see. His track listing.
Yeah, he caught a 5-piece, right?
Yeah. He's got 5 years on his case now.
They just gonna try and release everything that's remotely close to finished.
Yeah, because it's it's called Shiesty. You know, he's got Shiesty Season, but it's Shiesty Season Certified.
Okay,
so it's like a deluxe. But he also added Gunna on there. All those features that were out before, like Switches and Drax with Lil Durk and all that. He's got that. No Clues with Big Scar. He's got some of those other features with like him and Jack Harlow, SUVs, Black on Black. But now it's like all on there. You know what I'm saying? He's got a couple new tracks.
It's all in one body of work.
Mm-hmm. And actually, from what I could see, is like the first 14 tracks. Yeah. Are like all those type of tracks that were like features and or like songs that were out there, and then a few new ones, and that's the first 14, and then it goes from the last 15 all the way to 32. It looks like the original deluxe. So
okay, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, so you know he's got all the tracks from Guard Up to Back in Blood to the Shiesty Season intros, the Neighbors, all those songs is in there too.
Hopefully he eats, man.
Yeah. I think this was still a smart idea, because it doesn't force him to put a whole nother body of work out there. He'll still be able to. I think, like, obviously, you know, funds got to go somewhere, but I think at least he'll be able to. I
think they should have waited. Like, personally, I think they should have stretched it out a little bit more. I mean, he's gonna be going for 5, man.
Yeah.
If you would have released it properly, you could have probably got a whole other album.
I don't know, but
a whole other album or two.
Problem is, a lot of those songs were out, so I just think they just wanted to
make it like be able to make money off of them songs instead of them just being like mixtape.
And maybe if he gets a higher accolade, that becomes more money. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? So
he caught 5. I mean, he doing it in Florida, right? He caught 5.
Yeah, he was looking at.
If he caught 5, I think I don't know if they're going to classify it as a violent charge. But maybe he do 3.5, hopefully. And he's young. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, what, 21?
Yeah, he's young. I mean, honestly, if he can get out in 2 to 3 years, it's possible he has a career for sure. If he's sitting the whole 5.
I mean, he was super hot.
Yeah.
He was like super duper hot.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think if any of those artists in Memphis and or in Atlanta are still got any buzz going from STG or any of those guys in the next 2 years, 3 years, and he has good behavior, nothing really goes on, he has good behavior, gets to get out in 3, I think he could pull it off. But that 5 year, it's a little murky. I don't know.
Yeah.
He was
What's up with Gucci, man? Like, Jesus Christ, bro. He's like, I know it's not him, but like, damn, bro. His artists make some bad life choices.
I think he probably needs somebody on his team that they respect, that was formerly doing some crazy shit, but is just chill and just, it's like, super like family man now, but not, it can't be. Because
these dudes is catching charges on some dumb shit.
It's got to be somebody young too.
Like Fujiano. Mm-hmm. The nigga took off his belt, his house arrest anklet on his Instagram live or some shit. And then he absconded.
Yeah, and now
and then this nigga Shiesty lost some money in the club.
Started shooting.
Like, allegedly. You know what I mean? But like, you was gonna get that 40 back tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that was like in G5 or something.
You know what I mean? Like, if you really lost the money in G5, like, my nigga, you was gonna get that back tomorrow.
Yeah.
As hot as he was.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the only person right now that actually was, which is surprising, right? I don't know who had like the hotter numbers. Probably Bobby, right? Bobby or Shmurda.
Bobby who? Well, Shmurda?
Yeah.
What numbers compared to who?
Compared to Shiesty, right?
Hell nah. Shiesty was super hot.
He had more songs, but that hot.
Super. Yeah, hot nigga was a hot song, bro. And computers or whatever the shit was called. But listen,
those things were on fire.
Shiesty was super hot. Yeah, Shiesty, you my nigga. But Pooh, you know I'm really Shiesty. Like, nigga.
Yeah, see, like, that's the thing, too. If Dirk stays hot and he can get back up with Dirk when he's out, then that becomes like a...
Dirk is super hot, too.
That becomes like a real good thing.
I read somewhere he charging $85 a feature.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's
Lil Wayne. That's Lil Wayne era numbers. $85 a feature. That was like Lil Wayne...
85 grand.
Lollipop. When Lollipop came out and when he did that song with Kelly Rowland, like, that's a big number.
Oh, he deserves it though. Like,
that's a big number. Yeah, he does. He's been working.
Yeah,
he's been working.
If you look at just from the run, well, a little bit before, right? A little bit before him getting on with Drake, he was already kind of doing. He
was on a super run.
He was already doing his thing from there, right? That Drake thing, and then he never let up. So it just really kept snowballing, and more people caught on to him. They caught on some of his old stuff, but pretty much I want to say all these fans that are listening to him now that might be new, it's when he had the dreads, for sure. I don't think they were listening to This Is What You...
Before he was blonde.
Yeah, I don't think they were listening to him when he had the low cut hair and all that, for sure. I think they're now listening to
This
him.
Is What You Want.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah.
On the road, doing shows.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, Dirk is definitely a legend on his thing. And then another one that's out too is actually Wale, More About Nothing. That's another. Yeah, they brought out
They brought it. Okay, he's trying to make some money off of that one.
Yeah. And from what I skimmed through, it sounds like he's got all the clearances so far. So, and I mean,
Nike boots. Everybody put on your Nike boots.
He's already had like the official. I remember
ACG King.
He already had the official album with Jerry Seinfeld. So him getting this cleared was just probably going through him, Larry David again, and all those people in the show and NBC, and then they probably got it. Now it's on Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? So now it's official, basically mixtape.
Official tissue.
So yeah, they got that out, and then there's a few other things that's out that's actually completely new. Money Man has an EP out called Whale Games, 4 tracks. You know what I'm saying? Nice
Money
look.
Man.
Yeah. No features, just him, just coming out straight on the sauce. You got
Scammer's Spirit Animal.
You got No Cap with.
Yo, a lot of people have been saying that No Cap's album is better than Future's album.
It could
I
be.
haven't listened to it. I listened to Future's album, and I must say, I feel like getting in my toxic bag again.
Oh yeah.
Future dropped another one, bro.
And he's got a deluxe.
Yeah, 22 tracks. So fuck them bitches, bro.
Yeah, like
I love you, but I don't love you, bitch.
I never liked you.
Never liked you.
That's crazy. That's a funny name too. That's a real funny name. But Future's definitely been killing it. Like you know, it's almost a guarantee. He's got the cheat code of making great music.
Smoking on zooties.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's been killing it. Also with the No Cap thing, he's got a song with Kodak too. That's pretty hard. So
yeah, I mean, Future's song with Kodak is pretty hard.
Like I said, man, Kodak has actually been the most on fire.
Project Baby.
Yeah, he's been the most on fire as far as like features this year. Like if you want to, you can almost make a little playlist of just him featuring on people's songs, and he usually kills it.
Almost feels like ever since he left Alex.
Yeah.
He been on everything.
Yeah, like that, and I don't blame him. I mean, you got to kill the game. You got to kill it. Like Kodak is definitely a rare talent. Like part of.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens when you too big of a hit. Drink some water. It's okay. We're here.
Yeah, but Yak's definitely been killing that.
Yeah, he has been.
Oh yeah, and these other tracks.
No, I wanted to say. I said on Twitter. Something I saw on Twitter with Elon might be trying to fire some people and release some money. The head censor there was like some lawyer. She was making like 17 mil. I think he did fire her, and she got a severance package of like 12 mil or something like that. But I'm not sure, so I don't want to necessarily say that.
Okay. Damn, Elon making some moves, and she made money off of that, just off of severance. Okay.
And Doja Cat had posted a picture. Everyone's been trying to find out who her boyfriend is, or who her man is, or who her significant other is, and she's just been playing games with everybody. She posted this picture that supposedly, allegedly, was Central C's photo. Central C is a drill rapper from London. Yeah, that's about it. On the Twitter sphere.
Okay.
More music.
Oh yeah, and the other music that I've been seeing that's supposed to be out, that's just released, is Action Bronson. He's got Coco Drillo, Turbo. It's a few tracks that I've seen, and it looks pretty good. It looks like he's got his usual cast of characters, and Big Body Buzz, him rapping on a bunch of songs, and going real eccentric. And then besides Action Bronson, a few R&B joints is actually out, man. Kalani's got her album out, and it's called Blue Water Road.
You see, I'm missing. Like, what are these people putting out these projects?
Man,
I don't know. Music doesn't just. It's like music just doesn't hit the same way anymore, bro. Like even like the idea of music, like there's no anticipation anymore for these projects.
Nah, I feel you're right about that. The one thing I did see is that she was just kind of on the typical promo run and just being on a bunch of interviews and things like that.
Where?
Like LA Leakers, things like that, like on that side.
Okay,
so not our typical East Coast like outlets.
So you think it's just like a regional project, or you think she's gonna have some like nationwide singles, hit all the radios.
Well, I did hear a few songs on there, and she's like #1 on the R&B list right now for sure. Like, I
mean, women love Kalani, bro.
Yeah, she's definitely #1 on there, and the songs that I actually heard, man, is actually really good. Really good. I mean, she's got the song called Everything, and most of the songs is just her by herself. Like, she didn't really have too many people hop on tracks from what I see. But she's got, but the features that she does have, she's got one with Blast, she's got one with Justin Bieber.
Blast is everywhere.
Oh, yeah. She's got one with Sid, and then one with Jesse Reyes.
Sid is making a run also.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sid has one with Lucky Day. Like, Would You Break a Heart?
Exactly.
I'm waiting on Thames to drop a project. Like I said, Thames is fire.
Thames is doing his thing too.
He got Future. Future has Thames on a track with Drake, and it's not islandy. It's fire.
Nice.
Future's definitely in his bag. It's a big money project. Big budget.
And then the other R&B album I actually been listening to, really 2 tracks so far, is Jack James got an EP out called On the Rocks. That one's actually pretty good.
Who?
Jack James with a V. He turned the V to the A to
a V.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
He's one of those ASAP guys.
Mm-hmm. But the song is called Hennessy Tears. It's not a bad song too. Sounds more traditional, but actually it's got
Hennessy Tears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, between that,
I'm not a fan of Brown, but I know what that means.
Yeah. You know, it's a pretty good song though. Pretty good song. I got to give it to him. You know what I mean? Young youth in the R&B game, and I just, I feel like the R&B game don't really get no love like it used to, and
Oh yeah, nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to ride out smooth a little bit. I listen to Future all day. I listen to Pusha all day. I'm on the Rap Life playlist all day. Mixtapes all day,
Yo, the Rap Life playlist, listen, man.
They need to update that all day.
Yeah, man, they got songs from like last year on there, bro.
Yeah, they like,
I swear they got
but they keep changing the cover every day.
Yeah, they'll change like the first 4 or 5 and then have the same bottom 40.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure they can update that. Like, and they have one where it's like hits and things like that. So yeah, if it's just a hit, cool. But if you have a Rap Life playlist,
whoever's doing the Rap Life playlist, I think you need to fire them.
Yeah,
because they're not doing their job.
Bro, they have the same Ebro freaking podcast on there for like, I want to say for almost a full year. It was like him and the Deska or something like that. It was just going on, and it was the same intro, same one. I'm like, you guys aren't going to change this? I think it was until Apple actually had a concert, that's when they changed it. It was like, how? How did you guys... As much
money as they have, bro.
Yeah,
you think they do better.
How does that even get missed?
I feel as though Apple is on some shit like, yeah, where else are you going to go? Samsung? Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, go listen.
But I do have a Samsung though.
Go listen to Tidal.
Jay-Z sold it.
It's like, go listen to Tidal where their artist gets paid, but you can't use their service. Nah, man, but it's a crazy game, man.
Yeah,
it's a crazy game, real crazy game, man.
What do you think of Doja Cat?
Doja, interesting character. I mean, hot chick for sure. Music's pretty good at times too.
Music's fire.
Yeah,
music's pretty fire.
Like
the only thing about Doja Cat that I'm not too fond of, like I remember before she got big, there was like a milkshake in her room. She used to do videos from her room or some shit, and it was like the same milkshake in her room for like months, fam.
Oh, she a dirty fine chick?
Yeah. At the time, I mean, even on
she probably got like
even on Dave,
she was probably riding a Kia back then with like a bunch of shit.
Even on Dave, like they showed everywhere. That her whole house was messy. It's clothes everywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. definitely dealt with some chicks like that, but I usually don't stick around.
Isn't that the worst, bro?
Yeah, I usually don't stick around for those because it's
like when you see a bad bitch and her breath stinks.
Ooh,
Jesus Christ,
that's rough. Yeah, that's happened before too.
That's the worst.
That or if like the deodorant ain't working or something, like it's just like oof.
God, my younger days, bro. Jesus Christ.
Shoot, it might not even be younger days. That chick might have just been at the bar too long.
Damn, bro.
Like, oof.
That shit is the worst, bro.
And they run up to you and give you a hug. You're like, wow.
Or like wow. Or like when they've been dancing all night and they come and hug you, like, ugh, and they're all sweaty.
Yeah. I don't know chicks that's doing that right now, but yeah, I definitely know.
You know them days.
But them days,
them 16 to 30 days.
Ugh, Jesus.
You have 14 years of that.
Disgraceful.
Man, what else though? What else interesting happened?
Shit,
I feel like we've been going on a long time.
No, I think we have, man. We can go ahead and take a Colin Kaepernick. I'm pretty much good to go.
You want to take a knee?
Yeah, take a knee, man.
All right, people. It's been great.
Yeah,
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. It's lightly seasoned.
Keep your credit up. You know what I mean? You need to be in the 700 to 800 club. It's lightly seasoned, man.
Let's get it.
Peace.
Peace.